everyone, this is Amy with Pretty Presets, and I am going to do a quick edit to show you how to do a nice and simple black and white edit. So I've got this picture here I've already gone through, and I just did some clarity with a brush from our portrait brushes. I did add clarity on her, hold on a second. I did add clarity on her eyelashes here and bumped it up to 70, and then I did some skin smoothing on her face and her neck and her arms, and I cropped the photo in nice and tight. I'll show you what this is actually what the image looked like. I decided to bring it in nice and tight because I think it spoke to me better this way, and I think it kind of pulled you in more this way. As you can see, the photo hasn't had any other edits done to it. It's still kind of flat. It still, looks like our raw image. So what we're going to do is we are going to go up and do we're going to apply Pretty Onyx. And the reason for that is because I want this to be a nice, sharp black and white. Sometimes I like a nice moody black and white with Harvest Moon, but for this one, I just kind of envision a nice, clean, sharp black and white. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to add some contrast. I want you to watch what happens to our darker areas when we add the contrast. So I'm going to bump this up, and as you see, they get darker and darker, and I love it because right now the image looks kind of flat to me, but when you bump up that contrast, it really makes the darks just stand out. So now I'm going to go into my clarity slider, and I want you to see what happens when we do that. It just makes everything sharper to me. So if you were to go the other way, then it makes her look like she's sort of glowing. So we don't really want that. We want it to be more over on this side. If we do it too much, then it almost looks like it ages her. It has a very hard look when you go too far on the clarity. So you have to learn to find the right balance with the clarity. So the right balance for this photo, I'm going to say, is about right here, and it works nice and in tandem with the contrast. You'll see a lot of people say, try bumping up your contrast and clarity. So like I said, these two really work in tandem with each other. The next thing that I'm going to do is I go down and I'm going to bring up my sharpen. I sharpen when I edit. I don't do it on exporting. That's just me. If you sharpen when you export, then just skip this step. Don't worry about doing this. But I sharpen here, and then I don't sharpen when I export. I'm not going to worry about the noise reduction because it doesn't really need any. What I'm going to do next is, I know that I've got blown highlights there. The sun was like right there. So I am going to take a brush, and I'm going to just kind of work in this area here and play with that a little bit and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to actually bring that down just a little. The reason why is because I could see it affecting just this little part right here. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go over things just a little bit there and right there. Let's go and move that down a little bit more. And make our brush smaller, go around again. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the rest of that right now. And honestly, I think if it has, see, when I do that, it goes along the tree there. So you got to be really careful about how you're doing with the brushes. So, but for the sake of showing you a black and white edit here, I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close that out, and see if I'm happy with that. I'm going to bring my whites down just a teeny tiny bit, and then I'm going to play with the blacks just a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to keep the blacks actually where they were because I liked having this hat dark, and I like having her hair just where it was. Play with my shadows a little bit, see if there's anything I want to adjust there. No. And that's it. That's it. So I'm done. I would be very happy to be done right there and print that and give that to a client. Like I said, I like a nice, clean, simple black and white edit. And that's really how I approach most of my editing, is nice, sweet, and simple. I don't have hours and hours to edit. I would rather be spending my time with my family or doing something else. So there you go. Nice, simple, black and white. Pretty Onyx is in the summer edition set, and you can find that in the store. So thanks, everybody, and hope you go out and make something pretty.